And this is my first problem with conventional explanations. How can my love last so long across so many changes and with me as an egoistic lover? Psychology's theories can explain me when I'm egoistic, but not when I'm truly loving her. Egoism assumes that we're all ultimately watching out for number one. Our motives and goals are fundamentally those that benefit us in some way or other. True to this egoism, all the conventional theories of psychology fall into line. Psychoanalysts talk about the ego benefiting from pleasure. Behaviorists tell us how we're ultimately motivated by rewards. And humanists discuss self-actualization rather than other-actualization. Even the social interactions that many economists discussed is egoistic. From their perspective, we'd be irrational without some type of self-benefit motivating our interactions. This is part of the reason that so many psychologists assume that mutual self-benefit is a kind of business transaction, is the best that we can do in marriage, where I don't scratch your back until I'm reasonably sure you'll scratch mine. These mutual self-benefit relationships are certainly what the vast majority of social scientists expect. And I clearly see these calculator types of marriages in my practice, where spouses are angry because they've given 6 units of love today and their spouse has provided only 4. The difficulty with this egoistic understanding of relationship is that I experience none of it in my love for Karen over 4 decades of time. My experience just doesn't seem like the kind of thing most psychologists would predict. I experience my behavior with her as almost completely unselfish. And perhaps most astounding to me, I experience my unselfishness toward her as easy, even easier than being selfish. Now, I don't want you to think I'm knighting myself here. My egoistic sense of myself is still intact, except for those I love. My point here is that conventional explanations do not predict or even render as plausible my loving behaviors.